Hey friends, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to talk about an amazing story of someone who started with nothing and built one of the biggest empires in the world. This story is full of lessons, inspiration, and motivation, so make sure to pay attention. Let's get started, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep learning with us. Mark Zuckerberg is a name everyone knows. He created Facebook, one of the most powerful platforms in the world today. But do you know how he started? How did a young boy just like you grow up to change the world? Mark Elliott Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York. He grew up in a family that valued education and hard work. His dad, Edward, was a dentist, and his mom, Karen, was a psychiatrist. They encouraged Mark to explore new ideas and learn as much as he could from an early age. Mark had a special interest in computers. While most kids played with toys or watched TV, Mark spent his time learning about computers, software, and how things worked. He was curious and loved trying new things. When he was a child, Mark went to Ardsley High School in New York. Even though he was smart, he wasn't the best student in every subject. Some of his teachers thought he was too quiet and didn't talk much. But Mark didn't mind. He knew he was different and had big dreams. Even with a few struggles in school, Mark was incredibly talented in computer programming. At just 12 years old, he created a program called ZuckNet. It was a simple chat system for his family to use, kind of like an early version of instant messaging. Can you imagine? Mark was just a teenager, already making things that were ahead of their time. After ZuckNet, Mark's interest in programming grew even more. He started building simple games and software tools. One of his early projects was a music player, similar to the ones we use on our phones today. Mark was learning fast and applying his skills in ways most kids his age couldn't. But Mark didn't just spend all his time with computers. He enjoyed playing sports and hanging out with his friends too. However, his real passion was always technology. He wanted to create something big, something that could change the world. After high school, Mark went to Harvard University, one of the most famous schools in the world. There, he studied computer science and psychology. At just 19 years old, he came up with an idea that would change his life forever. While at Harvard, Mark saw that many students were using the internet to connect, but the connections were limited. He realized that students needed a better way to communicate and share things like photos, status updates, and more. So, he came up with the idea for a website called the Facebook. It allowed students to create personal profiles, share information, and connect with each other in a new way. The Facebook quickly became popular at Harvard, and as we all know, it eventually grew into the global platform we know today. Mark's journey is a powerful reminder that big dreams and hard work can lead to incredible things. At first, Facebook was only available to Harvard students, but Mark and his friends, Dustin Moskovitz, Eduardo Saverin, and Chris Hughes, realized they could expand it to other universities. The site grew quickly, and soon students from all over the country wanted to join. That's when Facebook was born, and the world would never be the same. Mark decided to drop out of Harvard to focus on Facebook full-time. It was a huge decision, but Mark believed in his idea so much that he was ready to take the risk. He moved to California, where he and his team worked day and night to build something that would change the world. Mark's choice to leave Harvard was a turning point in his life. At first, Facebook was just a small project with very few users, but Mark and his friends believed in it so strongly that they didn't give up. The early days were tough. Mark didn't have much money or the resources that big companies have. But he had something even more important: passion and determination. Mark worked long hours, often staying up late coding and fixing problems with the site. Every time he solved one problem, another would pop up, but he never got discouraged. Slowly, Facebook started to grow. More and more students from different universities wanted to join. Before long, people across the United States were using Facebook to connect, share photos, and send messages. Mark and his team saw the potential and decided to expand even further. As Facebook grew, it started catching the attention of the business world. In 2004, Sean Parker, the co-founder of Napster, a popular music-sharing site, joined Facebook. Sean's experience in tech helped Mark turn Facebook into a more professional business. But Mark's journey wasn't without challenges. As Facebook grew, it faced competition from other social media sites like MySpace, which was very popular at the time. But Mark wasn't afraid of the competition. Instead of backing down, he focused on improving Facebook and making it better than ever. His dedication paid off. Facebook's user base grew rapidly, and in just a few years, it became the most popular social media platform in the world. People from all walks of life joined Facebook, from students and teachers to business leaders and celebrities. Facebook became the go-to place for people to connect with friends, family, and even strangers from all over the world. In 2007, Facebook took a major step forward by introducing Facebook ads, allowing businesses to advertise on the platform. This was a game changer. Facebook was no longer just a place to connect with people. It had become a powerful tool for businesses to reach millions of customers. Mark was now running a business worth billions of dollars, but he didn't stop there. He kept working hard to improve Facebook, adding new features and making it easier to use. One of the most important things Mark did was create a mobile app for Facebook so people could use the platform on their phones. This was another big breakthrough. More and more people started using Facebook on the go, and the number of users grew even faster. In 2012, Mark made another major move. Facebook purchased Instagram, a photo-sharing app that was quickly gaining popularity. Instagram had millions of users, but lacked the resources that Facebook had. By buying Instagram, Mark brought even more users to Facebook and expanded the company's reach. This move showed Mark's business genius. He understood that the tech world was constantly changing, and to stay ahead of the competition, he had to keep innovating. By buying companies like Instagram and WhatsApp, Mark made sure Facebook stayed at the top. Mark strengthened Facebook's position in the tech world, but its success wasn't just about money. It was about how Facebook changed the way people lived. Social media became a part of everyday life. People used Facebook to stay in touch with family, share their lives, and even make new friends. Facebook had become more than just a website. It was a social movement. Mark had created something that was truly changing the world. As Facebook grew, Mark faced many challenges. The bigger the company got, the more problems there were to solve. In 2014, Facebook faced serious privacy concerns. People were worried about how their personal information was being shared and used. Mark had to make some tough decisions to keep Facebook growing, while also protecting users' privacy. Despite these challenges, Mark never lost sight of his ultimate goal: to connect the world. He believed in the power of the internet to bring people together and worked hard to make sure Facebook continued to do that. Along the way, Mark faced critics and doubters. Some people thought Facebook was just another website that wouldn't last. Even when Facebook was small, people didn't believe it could grow into something huge. But Mark didn't listen to them. He knew that if he worked hard and stayed true to his vision, he could make Facebook the most important platform in the world. Mark's leadership grew as Facebook continued to expand. He learned how to run a company, manage employees, and make tough decisions. He wasn't just the founder of Facebook. He became a global leader in the tech industry. People looked up to him as a role model for innovation and success. Mark also got involved in philanthropy, giving back to society. In 2015, he and his wife, Priscilla Chan, announced they would donate 99% of their Facebook shares to charity over their lifetimes. They started the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative, which focuses on health, education, and social equality. Mark and Priscilla's goal wasn't just to make money, it was to make the world a better place. This was a powerful reminder that success isn't just about personal wealth, it's about making a positive impact on the world. Today, Mark Zuckerberg is one of the wealthiest people in the world. His net worth is in the billions, and he makes money from Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and other ventures. In just 1 second, Mark earns thousands of dollars. He makes millions every day from the millions of people who use Facebook, watch ads, and interact with content. But for Mark, money isn't everything. What matters most to him is his vision. His mission was never about making money. It was about changing the world. Facebook has connected over 2.8 billion people, creating a platform where people can share their lives, learn from each other, and grow together. Mark's story is a powerful reminder that anything is possible if you believe in your ideas and work hard to make them happen. He came from a small town, faced many challenges, and even dropped out of college. But he changed the world because he never gave up. Mark teaches us that no dream is too big, no challenge is too hard, and no idea is too small to make a difference. If you have a dream, work for it, stay focused, and remember, you can change the world. After achieving incredible success with Facebook, Mark's story wasn't just about business and technology. It was about his values and how he balanced his growing career with his personal life. In many ways, his personal journey is just as inspiring as his business journey. Despite being one of the richest people in the world, Mark's story is a reminder that success is about much more than money. It's about the impact you make and the values you stand for. Mark stayed grounded and focused on the things that truly mattered to him. Despite his success, he never let it go to his head. He remained humble and always worked toward his greater mission, to connect the world. But during this journey, he also found something very special: love and family. In 2003, while still at Harvard, Mark met Priscilla Chan. She was a student at Harvard Medical School, and the two quickly became close. They shared a passion for technology and a desire to make a difference in the world. Their connection went beyond that. They were both driven by a sense of purpose and a genuine interest in helping others. Their relationship started slowly, with both focusing on their studies and their futures. They kept it private at first, but it wasn't long before everyone could see how much they cared for each other. Priscilla wasn't just Mark's partner. She became his greatest supporter, both in business and in life. She stood by him through the ups and downs of Facebook's early days. Mark often said that Priscilla's belief in him, even during tough times, gave him the strength to keep going. Together, they believed in something bigger than themselves, and their shared values only made their bond stronger. Priscilla was always there to offer advice, wisdom, and a steady hand when Mark needed it most. She helped him stay focused on his mission, and together, they became an unstoppable team. In 2012, after years of dating, Mark and Priscilla decided to get married. Their wedding was a private ceremony, attended by close family and friends in their backyard. It was simple but beautiful, a true celebration of love and commitment. After their wedding, Mark and Priscilla continued to work together, especially through the Chan Zuckerberg initiative. This project focuses on improving global health, education, and social equality. Their shared mission to change the world only deepened as they worked side by side. In 2015, they announced something incredibly special. They were expecting their first child. This was a huge moment for Mark, Priscilla, and the world. Mark had become one of the most influential figures on the planet, but becoming a father was a game changer for him. It made him think more about the future, about the world his child would grow up in, and how he could leave a better world for future generations. Their daughter, Maxima Chan Zuckerberg, known as Max, was born in December 2015. Max's birth was a turning point for Mark. As a father, he became even more focused on his mission to improve the world. He wanted to ensure that the world Max grew up in would be better, safer, and more connected than ever before. As Mark's career continued to soar, he reached an incredible milestone. At just 23 years old, Mark became the youngest self-made billionaire in the world, with a net worth surpassing $1 billion. This was a huge moment in his life, but it wasn't the money that mattered to him. What mattered most was that he had created something that was truly changing the world. Even with all his success, Mark stayed humble. Instead of resting on his achievements, he worked even harder to improve Facebook and keep it relevant in a constantly changing world. Now, in 2024, Mark's net worth has skyrocketed, and he's worth billions of dollars. But his wealth is just a byproduct of his larger mission, to connect the world and make it a better place. His success is the result of years of hard work, learning from failure, and never giving up on his vision. Mark Zuckerberg's life story is about more than just business success. It's about innovation, bold decisions, and the drive to make a meaningful impact on the world. After Facebook became a global giant, Mark didn't stop. He constantly pushed the boundaries of what was possible in technology, always thinking ahead and trying to solve new problems. In the years following Facebook's success, Mark began looking for ways to keep the platform fresh, engaging, and connected to the changing world. Today, Instagram is one of the most popular social media platforms, with over 1 billion active users. Mark saw the potential for a simpler way to communicate, and WhatsApp filled that gap. Today, WhatsApp has more than 2 billion users and is one of the most widely used communication tools across the globe. In the same way, Mark embraced virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, technologies that were still in their early stages when he first began exploring them. In 2014, Mark made another bold move. He bought Oculus, a company specializing in VR. Mark believed that virtual reality could do more than just gaming. It could create new ways for people to connect. Imagine a world where you could have a meeting, travel to a new country, or experience concerts from your own home, all in virtual reality. Mark's vision for the future of technology was always beyond what others could see at the time. While Mark's success may seem inevitable now, it didn't come without challenges. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus were all massive successes. But Mark faced many obstacles in making those businesses thrive. Mark's ultimate dream isn't just about connecting people on Facebook or Instagram. His vision goes beyond that. He wants to create a metaverse, an interconnected virtual world where people can work, play, and interact in entirely new ways. Mark has described the metaverse as the next big thing in the digital world. Imagine a world where you can go to a virtual office for work, meet friends in a virtual park, or visit a museum, all from the comfort of your own home. The metaverse would combine VR and AR to create an immersive experience unlike anything we have today. To make this vision a reality, Mark is investing heavily in VR and AR. Facebook's parent company, Meta, is dedicated to building this new digital world. Mark believes it will take time, but he is committed to the process. He believes that the metaverse will ultimately change the way we experience the internet and connect with others. In 2021, Mark announced that Facebook would change its name to Meta to reflect its focus on the metaverse. This was a bold move, signaling that Facebook's future wouldn't just be about social media, but about creating a whole new internet. Mark's vision is clear. He wants to build a digital world where people can feel closer to each other, even when they're physically far apart. Throughout all of his endeavors, one thing has remained constant: Mark Zuckerberg's commitment to innovation. Whether it's building the next big social platform, investing in new technologies, or changing how Facebook operates, Mark has always been at the forefront of the digital revolution. He's never satisfied with just being successful. He constantly wants to push the envelope, explore new possibilities, and challenge the status quo. Mark doesn't just want to be a leader in the technology industry. He wants to shape the future. His commitment to shaping the future has made him one of the most important figures in the world today. Mark Zuckerberg's journey is not just the story of one person's rise to success. It's a story of possibilities, of dreams turning into reality, and of making the impossible possible. From the very beginning, when Mark was a young boy in a small town, he never let his circumstances limit him. He believed in his ideas, trusted his vision, and was never afraid to challenge the world around him. Now, as one of the most influential people in the world, Mark's story teaches us powerful lessons that can inspire and motivate us wherever we are in our own journeys. When Mark started Facebook, he didn't have all the answers. He was just a student with an idea. But what set him apart was belief. He believed that connecting people would make the world a better place. Believe in your dreams, even when the path isn't clear. If you do, you can make a difference. Believe in your ideas, no matter how big or small. You don't have to have everything figured out at the start. What's important is to take that first step. Your dream could change the world, just like Mark's did. Throughout his career, Mark faced challenges, made mistakes, and dealt with criticism. But the biggest lesson he taught us is that failure isn't the end. It's just a stepping stone. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Don't be afraid to fail. Instead, embrace your mistakes and turn them into lessons. The most successful people fail, but they never give up. Mark didn't just build Facebook, he built a mindset that says, no matter what happens, I will keep going. You can do the same. The road to success isn't easy, but those who stay determined are the ones who reach the finish line. Mark Zuckerberg is known for his work ethic. From late-night coding sessions to constantly learning about new technologies, he never stopped improving. One thing that makes Mark stand out is his hunger for learning. He reads books, speaks with experts, and is always seeking new knowledge. He knows that to keep growing, you must keep learning. Whether you want success in business, your career, or your personal life, never stop learning. You may not be perfect at everything, and that's okay. Just stay curious, grow, and improve every day, whether through reading, watching educational videos, or talking to people who know more than you. Remember, knowledge is power. Mark didn't play it safe. He dropped out of Harvard, a decision that shocked many. He invested in Instagram and WhatsApp when others thought it was too risky. He dove into virtual reality when it seemed like the future was still far away. Mark wasn't afraid to take bold risks because he could see opportunities where others didn't. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and trusting yourself. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to take risks, even when others doubt you. The greatest opportunities often come when you step into the unknown with courage. Mark's goal has always been to connect people, but more importantly, he wanted to create a positive impact. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, these platforms were all created to bring the world closer together, not just to make money. The most successful people are not those who chase money or fame, but those who lead with purpose. Mark's story teaches us that success is about serving others. Whether you're building a business, working in your community, or developing a career, always remember that your success should be tied to the value you create for others. When you make a positive impact, success will follow naturally. Mark's success didn't happen overnight. He faced doubts from friends, competitors, and even his own challenges. But no matter what, he stayed focused on his goal. He kept moving forward, even when it seemed like the world was against him. Resilience is one of the most important traits you can develop. Life will throw challenges your way, but staying focused on your goals will help you push through difficult times. When things get tough, remember that the best opportunities often come after the hardest struggles. Mark never settled for small goals. From the moment he started Facebook, he dreamed of a global community. He didn't just want to connect his friends, he wanted to connect the world. And through all the ups and downs, he's continued to think big and push for change. Your dreams may seem impossible, but if you think big, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Don't let small thinking hold you back. Dream big, work hard, and believe in yourself. You have the power to change your life and the world, just like Mark did. Mark Zuckerberg's life shows us one of the most powerful truths. You can write your own story. You don't have to follow the path others expect of you. You can create your own path, just like Mark did. You have the ability to dream, to build, and to impact the world in ways you never thought possible. Now it's your turn. What will you do with your life? What's your big dream? Take the lessons from Mark's story and make them your own. Believe in yourself, never stop learning, take bold risks, and lead with purpose. The world is waiting for you to make your mark. Thank you for listening to Mark Zuckerberg's story. I hope it has inspired you, motivated you, and reminded you that anything is possible if you never give up. You are capable of greatness, and your story is only just beginning. Keep going, keep believing, and always push toward your dreams.